Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Gregtech Community Edition Unofficial. Last time we got this freezer, this vacuum freezer, behind us set up and got ourselves some Canthal coils to progress to the second tier of our electric blast furnace. I did do quite a bit of mining in between last episode and this one, and so I do have quite a bit, a couple extra things. I had to go get myself some more diamonds to make a machine to start processing some of the stuff. We got a bunch more silver and a bunch more of this ruby that I've been crushing down to get some chrome with the advanced macerator, and this is what I needed the diamonds for, so that I could get the 2 slots open here so we can get this extra recipe here. Because looking in here, if we crush the ruby ore, we have the chance to get either crushed, or we get 2 crushed ruby and a 14% chance at tier 1. So I believe this is tier 1. It's the 14% chance, which means that we should add another 8.5 twice. So that would be another 17% chance. So we'd have a 21% chance, 31% chance to get this chrome dust from this. And then if we take the crushed ore, we can throw it in again to get another 14% chance. And the reason I'm not going after the red garnet is I don't need that right now, and I can actually mine that much easier than I can get chrome. So I'm basically just going down this route to get as much chrome as I possibly can, considering we've been needing lots of it. So I'd like to shove this in there, pull out all of that. Maybe I can run it over to the centrifuge over here too. Let's see. Does it work? It does. So we'll let that go in there. Dump that there, and then that should process through. I think that should also make sure it adds over here. Yep, we're good. So that'll get us a little bit more chrome slowly. But I did already get the 24 pieces I needed to start mixing up my Nichrome, so that we can get that into here started, because this is going to take us a little bit. We got 44 seconds per craft on that, and then it's got to go into the vacuum freezer, which it looks like we need to go run and grab some more fuel really quick. So I'm just going to make sure we go do that. But once we get the Nichrome, we'll be able to do both of our superconductors for high voltage and medium voltage. Currently, we can already do the medium voltage ones, but as soon as we can get the high voltage ones done, I want to basically start scrapping all of my old lower tier generators and just make a bunch of the HV generators so that I can have enough power to power all the machines, and I can actually make myself like a little power plant area to send the power out from. And that will be wonderful, because then I can actually not feel terrible about trying to set up machines and wire them up to different places, because it's going to take so much power loss to get them wired up to different places. Now, that's going to definitely take us some time for that, so while those are processing, I do want to make sure we keep kind of tossing this in there as it goes. We've already got our very first one there. The other machine I wanted to get started was, I think it was back here. Was it? No, that was not the right one. Remember what it looked like. And that's all I do remember. Advanced maintenance, high voltage. It wasn't this one. I'm pretty sure it wasn't this one. Nope. What does this one say? We got coils, behavior, electric blast furnace, pyrolysine, multi-smelter, and cracking unit. Probably is the multi-smelter. I know I did want to get a cracking unit, but they all require heating coils, Well, what is the advantage of using higher tier coils? The latter three are quite straightforward. Higher tier coils reduce the processing time, so those ones are meh. They also reduce the energy usage of the cracking unit, increase the number of parallel smelts, and reduce the energy usage of the multi-smelter. So they increase the parallel smelts and reduce the energy usage. For the electric blast furnace, things are slightly differently, more complicated. The EBF smelts items at certain temperatures. This is mainly determined by the tier of the heating coil used. Additionally, starting from HV, each tier has energy, or each tier of energy adds an additional 100K to the temperature. Each electric blast furnace recipe has a certain base temperature. For example, aluminum smelts at 17,000. If the EBF temperature is not high enough, the recipe can't be done. If the EBF temperature is high enough, 2 different bonuses are applied. For every 90K above the recipe temperature, the amount of energy required is multiplied by 0.95, which means that's going to be just a little bit cheaper each time. For every 1800, one additional overclock will be above the recipe, one additional overclock. In other words, it'll quadruple. So it basically makes it 100% efficient to overclock it at that point. Quadrupling the speed instead of doubling it. And it does look like it was central monitor. Yeah, it was definitely the ultimate smelter I wanted to get going so that we could be able to smelt up items pretty quickly. Though I don't know how useful that's going to be if a lot of the stuff we keep having to do is alloys where we got to mix dusts anyways. So maybe not as important as I thought. Yeah. Well, I guess that means we're gonna make the cracking unit. I don't think I had to wait for it till here. Oh no, I might have to. Need copper nickel blocks, HV circuits. Is there not a reason I have to wait for that? Doesn't look like it. So it even looks like I can make the distillation tower. Is that the case? Yeah, I totally can. I just need to make 4 more of those HV circuits. The only problem is I don't know if I have enough, or not HV, IV circuits. So look at my circuits. I am 1 short. Which means I need more circuit boards. So, means from here, what I'm gonna do, I'll go ahead and toss that through. This one has the same chance of getting me chrome, which is why I started doing that, and then but I didn't realize that it was gonna give me something I didn't want. So, yeah. It's gonna give me the red garnet dust from centrifuging it. I think what we'll do is we'll get this high voltage chemistry reactor, because once we get that done, we can start making ourselves some, where was it? Right here. We can start getting into this large chemical reactor, which lets us do things at a faster rate. So to get that, we need a couple different items here. We got our polyethylene fluid tubes, 2 of the circuits, 1 machine hole. I can basically get all this up pretty quickly. I think I am going to have to solidify those into some bars, though. Let's see, I got some tanks in here. Go ahead and grab out a single one of those. See if we can catch it before it makes too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's exactly as many as we need. Grab our pipe out. Put that in there. Put this back. Now over here, best part about this is if I craft up... It's not what I was looking at. Already did those. Chemical reactor. Number 2. So let's get our gold cables whipped up first, because that'll be a lot slower. Or a lot faster. Get 2 of those. And once those are done, we can go ahead and just start the motor on Autocraft as well. And then I do need to replace all of these machines with HV once we get ourselves a big old thing going, you know, the power plant. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and check on this over here. It looks like we're done mixing all of our Nichrome. We aren't very far through it so far. There's not much I can do to speed it up, really. But I do need to come over here and press through a fan now. I really need to get some of this stuff more organized again. I only want to have molds in there. But don't exactly have the room for that. Okay, so we got that. We got those 2. The motors being made. We need to make our machine whole. And then we have it all for the chemical reactor. Then I guess we just need 1 more wire, so I'm actually going to go ahead and make 2. Let's clear this out and move it just a little bit over. Probably actually over to here. We need our stainless steel. We're going to grab out 2 gold wires. I think we're going to craft up 4. See if we got enough rubber in here. It looks like we do. Let's go make our plates. Put those in there. Once this is done, I can toss that in. And so the one thing that's going to be nice once we get this advanced is we can start making tetrafluorine to make this. Polytetrafluorine. Because with this, you need to make it does require, for this recipe, it requires LV. To get tetrafluorine, it does require HV. And so the HV one is needed, and I think it's needed for the chloroform too. But you need to make hydrofluoric acid, which is a blast furnace. Don't tell me I need to do that recipe. Okay, ooh. So we'll be able to do this just fine. Once we got that, we can mix that with our chloroform. And the chloroform, yeah, so it's just basically to get the tetrafluorine we need it. So, I think probably going to also have to get into some sort of propene. Or hydrogen and carbon. And do that one. Isopropene. I have a feeling that some of this stuff is actually worthwhile for other stuff. Oh, we make rubber. Interesting. But it's the chloroform specifically. Was it? Or no, it's to make the tetrafluorine. Once we've got to the tetrafluorine, we can start getting the polytetrafluorine, which is what's needed to make the large chemical reactor, which is the multi-block structure. And it lets you jump recipes because you can do multiple crafts at once. Where some of the time to make sulfuric acid, you have to do. Here's a. Let me look that up. Sulfuric acid. Because that was one of the ones that said that it can jump straight to it. So yeah, so if you do sulfur with water and put it on a 24 circuit, you get straight to sulfuric acid. You don't have to sit there and wait forever going through 3 different processes to get what you need. And it did say that once you get to that part, you're probably going to be making a lot more of them than you expect. So I do want that cable. Get in right there. Plop it on down. There we go. So that'll be useful to get towards that. That's not what I want. Why is it? I don't want edit on. I don't know why it's letting me do that. Let's see. Looks like this is going to take us quite a while because we do have quite a bit to go through. Once we do get that, to make the Nichrome blocks, we do need a bunch of these stainless steels. So we need 2 stacks worth of stainless steel foil. Is that right? Let's put that one more time. Nichrome. Or make it 2. No, we do not. So let's do some quick math here. So we do need 2 stacks of the foil. So we need 128 of the foil. Divide that by 4. And we got 32. So we need 32 stainless steel ingots rolled out into those plates. And then get rid of that now. Then it wants aluminum, which it needs significantly less of that. So let's see. However, we need significantly more aluminum. So let's see if we can get that started. I don't think I have a combustion engine to slide on it. I do. I'm going to slide that one over. So let's go ahead and go mount this one. Just gonna nab it. Apparently I already had pipe for the recipe that I was working on. It's not going to be working because I don't have nitrogen in there. Let's go ahead and just clear that out for now. I can make oxygen really easy, and I do need to set up all of these storages to really do what I want. Here into this. Just go like that. That's right, it's not going to function right now. You know what? That sucks. Well, I guess that means this can go back over there. Completely forgot about that. We might as well go grab those out too, because I don't think this is going to be used anymore. I might as well just tear this apart. So we'll be back in a little bit once I've got a Nichrome. No, we'll just show you how to make it, because it's going to take a while. Probably going to have to leave it here. Don't throw it in the wrong machine, that's for sure. But this can go in there. Just come right on over here. Toss it in our wire mill, make sure it's not going to dump it. EV. That's like crazy to think about. I guess that's the next one. Quite crazy to think about how far we've come along. Honestly didn't think I'd make it this far, just because it does seem so daunting. Now we gotta roll them again. I think we do have to remove that. Yeah, we're gonna have to remove that once we get to that part. Crazy to think this soon is actually gonna be pretty obsolete here, because I'll be able to just do a bunch of fuel stuff, and then the other machine that we gotta get going with is the implosion chamber, which is actually what I might see if I got the stuff to make. Just gotta go grab me some obsidian. Which, let's look at that again. Implosion chamber. This recipe, solid steel, yeah. Should be able to make that. No problem. Just gotta look at the recipe for endo pearls, because it'll tell us the power it needs. LV. That honestly seems a little cheap. Sugar. Oh, dang. We are much closer to that than I thought. How many more of these circuits do we have? We do have 3 circuits. We got 5 circuits. Let's go grab ourselves. So I have my bucket still. 3 buckets of lava. This will get us on our way to our implosion generator, and that gets us the ability to have ender pearls. Which the ender pearls are not what we care about. What we care about is that we could actually get some ender storage stuff going on where we don't need too many pipes anymore if you get going well enough with getting ender pearls. That was one of the things that was like a quest right after that. No, going to the end. Which that would get us a bunch more ore that we need anyways. So let's do 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go ahead and go up top with this implosion generator casing. Let's look at that. Or not generator, implosion compressor. That's all pretty much easy enough stuff to do. Especially since it's just regular steel. Got a problem. I knew that I was running a little bit low on that. So I guess that's definitely going to be a next time thing, is that it's going to take a second to get this Nichrome done. So we'll be back when this is much closer to being done. Back for a second. I did go ahead and decide to whip up the multi-smelter, because I was like, I just might as well tear this side out. Having all this spare heat-proof casing, I decided to just go ahead and whip up the block, which is 3 furnaces, 3 HV circuits, a heat-proof machine casing, and 2 of the copper cables. Now we can just go ahead and build the multi-block structure. I want to put it here. Get rid of the electric blast furnace because we don't need that. I want the input, the output. So we got the input. Let's do the output there. Muffler hatch just to go on top. I want the power. Be right there. Maintenance hatch. I think those are all of those. So we just go ahead and get ourselves our casings. 4 of those. We need our copper nickel. Ooh. I guess that can't go there, can it? Ooh. Let's lower that back down. So we need our copper nickel. Let's replace our maintenance hatch up here. We need our casings. Right in the center we can place our muffler hatch. That'll complete up our little multi-smelter. So this is going to be just like our smelter that we had down there, where it'll smelt in tandem. All we will have to do is get it wired and piped up here in the back, and I think I like this particular spot here, and I'll just have to get it set up so that it will automatically accept items from over here. I don't know if it actually wants to accept items from over here. I think what I need to do is I need to put like a chest together that'll auto smelt and then put it into the system, because not all of these dusts can be smelted. So putting a filter on it's going to be a little bit of a pain unless I do something where it only smelts specific ones, like gold, probably iron, a couple other things like that. Is pretty much the rest of this stuff. Huh. Holy cow. That looks like a long process. Anyways, we do need to go put these copper nickel blocks away. And then I wanted to check on our progress there, because I know we're getting close to about halfway. Yeah, we got ourselves 60 more to go. Then I gotta get the aluminum thrown in there, and the aluminum will definitely go much faster because of the simple fact that we've already upgraded once. And once we get the aluminum in there, then we can melt it down. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I can melt it down from this state. Can I do that? It does not look like it. Yeah. It looks like it has to be in a pre-processed state. Little annoying, but I guess makes a little bit of sense. They don't want you to be able to skip steps. So we'll be back in a little bit. What is that? 45 times 60. It's going to be probably like 30 minutes. No, that's going to be like 45. Oof. Yeah. Ooh. I don't know if I have time for that today. That actually kind of sucks. I did not look up how long it takes to craft, and I did even try to get it slowly ready to start beforehand, because I knew it was going to take a while. But I guess we'll be back in when that's done. Alright guys, we're back here. I did get my last of what I needed fixed up. Just gotta grab out some of the aluminum that I started up. Hopefully, we got 10 pieces. We're gonna need 6 more total. We need a total of 16 pieces. I did have to whip up one of these fluid extractors, because to make aluminum, you need at least an MV machine or better. So, grabbed out that. We got 10 of them. We can get this started while we wait for the rest of that. Don't tell me we need a better assembly machine too. We need a better assembly machine too. Oh boy. Let's see, hopefully this is fairly easy. Assembly machine, where is it at? Circuit assembler. That one. Let's go see if we have enough to set this up on an autocraft now. So these ones, we are low on silver. Let's grab some of this out. Process like 8 of those. And going through the list. I don't think we really need much of anything else. We'll just go ahead and whip this through really quick. I'm immediately going to smell it. Let's go take this over. Stuff it on in there. Keep forgetting these steps. Go ahead and throw the rest of that in there for now too. It's not going to hurt us to do that. One more and we can start the auto crafting process for 2 of those. We're still going to definitely need more because I need to do 2 conveyors as well. So let's go ahead. Dump the silver in. Where is our HV? Boop, boop. Never mind, we don't have what we need for it. So it looks like we're going to have to finish this up next time. Me forgetting that HV machines are requirements for a lot of these stuff is not helping. So I have to whip up more circuits and get some more of the aluminum going. I need tons more stuff. We need more aluminum. I need to get one of these going for steel after we get this all switched over to the next process. I want to get one up that's going to do nitrogen, which is going to do all our nitrogen processing, and then the other one will probably be over here set up to get all of our steel processing going. So, a little disappointing that we couldn't get that done today. But that'll definitely have to be finished up next time. Glad we at least got the multi-smelter up so that I can smelt up a lot of the other smaller blocks a lot faster. So, but as soon as we get this done, I'm going to be making everything I possibly can high voltage and setting up, probably right in here, setting up a little power plant for high voltage machines. Thank you guys for joining me. Next time we will get more done. And not fail again for like the 4th or 5th time in this entire series. Bye.